We're back from Sacramento and we can walk. That's nice. Oh man, those stairs leaving the motel, it took me like 10 minutes to get down those stairs. But we're back. Thank you to the Sacramento Running Association for putting on a big city marathon feel without the big city. It was just like, it felt exciting and competitive and well organized, I thought, at the finish line, at the starting line. I don't know. I had a great time in Sacramento, but the truth, the hard truth about the CIM course. All right, that's what we're talking about today, and I'm making this video. Hopefully it helps you, but also for me, so that in 2 years, 5 years, a decade from now, we're talking 2033, because it's fresh in my mind right now, I can remember, oh, that's what the course is actually like. All right, so here's the deal. They have a great website as far as the course description. I'll link to it down below in the description, and I'll try to pin it to the top of the comments as well. But first, question of the day, who has raced CIM, the California International Marathon, and what do you think of the course? I'm one person, so the real value today will be down below in the comments, all right? If you're curious about this race, all right? So, okay, I wish I would have watched this video, a year ago, but I wish I would have maybe gone and read your comments down below as well a year ago before maybe hitting that register button. Okay, as many of you know, it's a net downhill, 366 feet of net downhill for the 26.2 miles, and then 663 feet of elevation gain. My watch said 646 feet of elevation gain, so right in that range of 650 feet, which compared to the New York City Marathon, which I love that course, I love big city marathons, but I gotta say, Sacramento was nice because it's just a little easier to navigate the crowds, if you know what I mean. About 10,000 runners versus 50,000, 55,000 plus runners in New York City. So findmymarathon.com. I did go find a elevation profile map on their website, but here's where I just got to speak the truth because I don't want you to show up in Sacramento expecting a flat course. And I knew it wasn't going to be flat, but again, I did not realize it would be so rolly. Okay, and this is a key point. You can run a rolly course that's overall starts at 100 feet and ends at 100 feet. But CIM starts higher and ends lower. I think I'll be able to find the starting point and the end point as far as the I think it's like 300 feet above sea level and then like 18 feet above sea level, something like that. There it is on your screen if I can find it. But here's the deal. And this is where I'm going to call out the website a little bit for CIM. Okay, look at this net downhill elevation chart. Okay, looks fast, right? Looks fast and looks kind of smooth. Especially look at those first 13 miles. All right, it doesn't look as rolly as it actually is, and this is right on the CIM website where you can register and all that. So now look at the data from my watch, and now I have seen this on many other watches as well. Here is my elevation chart. Notice those first 13 miles, and I'm going to stack them on top of each other, okay? Not smooth. It looks like I don't know, like a heartbeat. If you're, a heart, basically, boop, 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 like these little bumps, and they're little, but they add up and they add up and they add up in those first 13 miles. On top of all of that, I want to make a key point here. Miles 2.3, 10.7, and 15.2 miles. There's some steeper downhills, and I didn't know that they were going to be quite so steep, and therefore I did not train correctly to prepare for what I call the rollers, what many people call the rollers in the first 13 miles, but then also kind of those steeper downhills that maybe only last for 600 meters, not even a half mile, but like 600 meters roughly. But I tell you what, those first 13 miles, it caught up to me in a big way by mile 18, 20, and definitely by mile 22. As most of you know, my quads were kaput. They were done. I was not ready. I should have trained on steeper downhills here in Denver, Colorado, which I'm still brainstorming. If I were ever to go back in a decade from now, maybe, I would need to find a steeper rollers that has a net downhill, because it's just so hard to prepare those quads. Now, if you're a great smooth downhill runner, you might do great on this course. I think this course has potential to actually be fast if you're smooth at downhill running, and if you can practice downhill running specifically on pavement. And that's hard. It's hard. It's just hard on the body. There's no other way to get around it. So what I wish I would have known, and here's the truth, is I wish I would have known and been a little more aware and paid more attention to those rollers in those first 13 miles, which in the moment you feel them, but you're in the race environment, you're excited, you hear the cheering on the side. Thanks for all the spectators out there that came out and cheered, but at the end of the day, they start to add up and add up and add up. And they got me. And that's part of the marathon experience. You don't know until you try, all right? So I want to be very clear. That's my analysis of the California International Marathon race course. I hope it helps. Now, the course does smooth out toward the end, but there's still, like I said, there's still some little bumps along the way in that last 13, but it's the first 13 you really got to pay attention to, and I just wish... I wish the elevation profile map on the website was a little more descriptive, a little more clear on what those rollers are really like. All right, onward and upward. Can't wait to read your comments down below, and let's go work on those quads moving forward, if you know what I mean. All right, we'll toss it to my overall race analysis from a couple days ago right there, where I break down the entire race, not just the course, right there. All right, onward we go. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other.